stalwart of the Melbourne comedy scene. He describes himself as a nice guy of comedy and that he's a really good warm-up guy and knows the definition of a cold opener. Keep the applause going for Michael Connell!
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm doing my job. Thank you for that applause. It's hard sometimes being a comedian. I did a gig out in the country. They wrote about me in the local paper. They put an ad in about the show. They said comedy show featuring Michael Connell and funny comedy friends. Like that's how they wrote it. Funny. I rang out the paper and said, look, there's been a bit of a typo, bit of a mistake. Maybe you want to have a word to one of your journalists. And they go, oh yeah, sorry, that is a typo. We'll run it again next week, it'll all be sorted. I'm like, great. Following week, I've opened the paper. They've written comedy show featuring Michael Connell and funny comedy friends. I think that's worse, right? I went to uni a couple of years ago and I studied philosophy. Yes, I have a philosophy degree. So I am poor, but I know why. So it's good for. I did philosophy because I'm interested in I'm very metaphysical, I'm a wanker. Is right. That's why I did philosophy. I thought I was very intelligent back then when I was a kid studying philosophy. Like the very first week of classes, I was sitting in the lecture theatre and I was sitting there and this guy walks in, he's like, oh mate, you're not in here. And I'm like, yeah. I know what you mean. Because the self is just a projection of the ego, isn't it? You're like, no, I mean this class isn't happening. And I'm like, yeah. Because reality is just perception, isn't it? He's like, no. I mean, this lecture's been cancelled. I am the cleaner. And I was like, right. I am the walrus. That's what we're doing here, right? He gave up, he just left, turned the lights out. I sat there for 20 minutes in the dark going, this deep. I'm learning a lot in this lecture. I did learn the sort of things you'd think you'd learn in a philosophy degree. If a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? Now you might think the answer is yes, or you might think the answer is no, but what I learned is the deeper truth, which is knowing the answer won't get you a job. That never comes up in job interviews. So Michael, a tree falls in the woods, no one's around to see it. Does it still make a sound? Yes, it does. Sound waves still exist, even if there's no one there to perceive it. Well done. Welcome to Target. That has never happened. I'm trying to learn Spanish. I do that by listening to little Teach Yourself Spanish podcasts on my iPod. And I do that when I'm traveling around on the train. And people say, isn't that stupid because you're saying the words out loud? Don't you get people staring at you? I'm like, no, because all I do is I just hang around in the back of the train with all the other weirdos. I'm standing there going, me llamo Miguel, mucho gusto en conocerlo. Some dude next to me like, oh, I'm eating pigeons. I just blend in, I'm learning Spanish, he's learning crazy. It's working out great. Guys, it's been a lot of fun. That's it from me. Thank you very much.
Michael Connell, right there. You can keep in touch with Michael Connell on the website, right there, michaelconnell.com. And you can follow him on the Twitters. What's the tweeties for you?
Michael R. Connell. Yeah? Because I R. Connell. Grammar Go. Comedy Gold. Oh.
Michael Connell, we'll be back at Live on Bowen. Don't go anywhere.